Hey there guys, how's it going? Time for another Q&A. Q&A number 2, and this is like a trademark of me now. When I have short hair and it's just sort of like, because I don't get to spike it up at the front or anything. So it's like, yeah, just put this on. Put this on, it adds to the comedy. I don't know why, but it does. Anyway, time's running out and we need to just get into this Q&A because otherwise the camera battery's gonna die and I'll hit myself in the head repeatedly. Alright, this is in no particular order, just doing it how it says. Alright. And you know what, I think I need the Batman mask just to answer the first question, so I will do some magic editing right now. Alright, so here we go. The first question, penetrate, marry, kill. Well, I said penetrate to be PGI'd, but yeah. So first, Harley Quinn, Poison Ivy, Catwoman. If this is too hard, then I understand. Well, it is, but I'm gonna attempt it anyway. Poison Ivy's poisonous. Judging, like, you can't kiss her or anything, because if you do, it might kill you. I guess then you just kill Poison Ivy. I don't know how. Just throw some weed killer at her or something. I don't know. And then that's actually difficult when it comes to the two actual ones. Bang Catwoman, and I would marry Harley Quinn because she'd be devoted to you. She's devoted to the Joker. She'll be devoted to you. She calls you pudding. I mean, that's marriage material. You marry Harley Quinn. What are your 3 favorite Martin Scorsese movies? Alright, the mask actually is very uncomfortable. I don't know what it is. I can't quite hear. And it's squeezing my head like, just for something to do for a little bit. Because I need a gimmick. Otherwise I'm boring. That's what I used to do in my video. I could talk about that another time, but yeah. So, for a little bit, we'll be Captain Asshole. 3 favorite Martin Scorsese movies. Let's go with The Departed is my number 1. That's one of my favorites of all time. Hey, Leonardo DiCaprio, Martin Scorsese, Jack Nicholson. Did I say Matt Damon, Mark Wahlberg, Martin Sheen, Alec Baldwin? It's great. Everything about The Departed I love. It's one of his best. And then Goodfellas, obviously. And then picking a third is hard because I love Wolf of Wall Street. But then there's also Casino, Taxi Driver, Raging Bull. Hugo's even up there. Hugo was really good, but not in the top 3. As far as watchability, I guess my third favorite would probably be The Wolf of Wall Street. Just because those are the top 3 that I watch most often, so those would be my 3 favorite. But I mean, Casino is really close, Raging Bull's really close, Taxi Driver. But yeah. Did you ever watch American Psycho 2 because it's on Netflix, if you're interested? I am not. I love the first American Psycho, and I could not subject myself to the horror that probably lies in the second one. On Netflix or not, it's like Mila Kunis is gonna try to be Patrick Bateman. No, no chance. Yeah, just, like, I doubt there's anything in there that's worth my time, so I probably will never watch it. And if I do, it's not gonna be soon, I'll tell you that. Maybe one day, but it's not like, please review it. It's like, no, I don't want to subject myself to it. Great video and some great answers. Why, thank you. Last time you said the best boobies in Hollywood, so who has the best asses? Good question. And it's in Hollywood, so technically for best boobies in the business, I could have went to porn stars. I could talk about that a lot. Someone ask something about that for Q&A 3. I can literally sit here for a half hour and do that. But best bums. Jennifer Lopez comes to mind first, kind of because of that one music video she did with Iggy Azalea. The song's terrible, but if you watch the music video on mute, it gets better. Aside from that, I can't even think of many movies where I've seen an actress's butt. KFM, we know what that means already. Chloe Grace Moretz, Emma Stone, Jennifer Lawrence. You're a cruel person. I will say that. And out of those 3 too. Alright, Chloe Grace Moretz is closest to my age, so I'd probably marry her just because. Sure. Yeah, plus she's Hit Girl. I mean, come on. She's Hit Girl, she's Carrie. Mary Carey, I guess. Chloe Grace Moretz I'd marry. Bang, Emma Stone. Or, because Emma Stone's like almost 30. She's essentially like 10 years older than me. But she's got a winning personality in every way, so I'd want to marry her, but I think it's just bang her. And then Jennifer Lawrence, sadly I have to kill, but it would be with kindness. You know, I like to say for MFK questions. It's like, if you're gonna kill a female that you admire, do it with kindness. Somehow bang him to death. I don't know how that works. I don't know if it's possible, but we'll just... It's not like I'm gonna shoot her. That's just rude. Who is your favorite actor of the classic era of movies, 30s to late 70s? My favorite is James Stewart and Humphrey Bogart. Hey, it's Jimmy Stewart. Well, the 30s and stuff like that, you know, I know Jimmy Cagney. I haven't seen any of his movies. I can name him. Really, for that era, just in this time zone, pick some. Cary Grant for North by Northwest Alone. That was Cary Grant, right? Because I've been watching a lot of Hitchcock movies and Cary Grant was in one of them, and if I got it wrong, I'll feel stupid. Pretty sure that was him. But Jimmy Stewart is probably my favorite too. I love Jimmy Stewart. Rope, Rear Window, Vertigo. Like, Jimmy Stewart is a badass. He's awesome. But also, you could say Marlon Brando. Seriously, for Streetcar Named Desire. Hey Stella, how you doing over there? It's me, Marlon Brando. We could also include Marilyn Monroe and Audrey Hepburn, because I have their movies down there, checking those out, so they definitely qualify. What is your favorite alternate final extended cut of a film? Good fucking question. I've never seen Blade Runner, so I've not also seen the director's Blade Runner's got like 18 versions, and I haven't seen any of them, sadly. That's one that I'm kind of holding out for. I'll check it out eventually. But The Town, because Ben Affleck's got his director's cut of that, and another Ben Affleck movie, Daredevil, there's a director's cut of that, which was a vastly different movie, and kind of like The Town has the director's cut, and Daredevil, the director's cuts of those, vastly different enough, and X-Men, the Rogue cut, could be fit in there for sure. And what else, like, sometimes alternate or director, like extended cut, like the Fast and Furious movies have extended cut, and it's literally, what's in the extended cut of Fast 5? 30 seconds of footage, and then the punch sound effects are just like more violent sounding. So it's hard to quantify what is a really great one, because I can't even think of that many. That's a good question, but a complicated one, because I don't, like, ask that like 10 Q&As from now and I'll maybe have more answers. The ones I mentioned are the only ones I can really think of. If you had to choose between Jennifer Lawrence, Emma Stone, and Scarlett Johansson, which ones would you have a threesome? Complex. That's the real question in life. People want to know, where do we come from? What is the meaning of life? I want to know the answer to that question, because that's a hard one. Throw Emma Stone in there immediately, and then it's Jennifer Lawrence or Scarlett Johansson. Either way, with either three of those, I win. Just basically edit out 10 hours of me going, like, pontificating with the Jeopardy music, like, which do I pick? But yeah, as much as I like Scarlett Johansson, we'll put Jennifer Lawrence in there, and she will be in the Mystique makeup, because I said so, damn it. What's your favorite Star Wars or Harry Potter film? For Harry Potter, that's hard. I really have to rewatch them all. But because really a lot of them sort of blend together in my head, like what happened in which movie. Like, the only two that I can distinctly remember as whole entities of movies are the first three. So, like, Prisoner of Azkaban, in my opinion, is like one of the darkest, coolest, most interesting. Prisoner of Azkaban, I'll say. I have to really rewatch all... How many movies is that? 7 or 8 movies, Harry Potter? I have to rewatch them all to be sure. But I'm pretty sure after I watch them all, Prisoner of Azkaban will still stand out as the best. And for Star Wars, I mean, there's only 3 to pick from, because I haven't seen Force Awakens. I love the first one. It's a classic that set everything up. It's one of the most, like, one of the best movies, most definitive movies of cinema. And so is Empire Strikes Back, and so is Return of the Jedi. But Empire Strikes Back, for me, most likely. It's like asking to pick between your children, like, which one? Because Return of the Jedi, yeah, I know people hate the Ewoks. They're cute. Leave the Ewoks alone. But it's between Empire Strikes Back and Star Wars, and I would probably just say Empire Strikes Back. But Star Wars, then again, has so many great things about it. It moves at a great pace, while Empire Strikes Back might drag a wee little bit. But Empire Strikes Back has Yoda. Mine, or I will help you not. Do or do not. There's no try. Yeah, Empire Strikes Back for sure. What are your 2 favorite movies from each decade, starting from the 70s to the 2010s? So 2 favorite movies of the 70s. Taxi Driver and My Stool is So Creaky. Now The Godfather. I could have just said Godfather 1 and 2, but I'll say Taxi Driver and Godfather 2 for the 80s. The 80s is hard. Think of how many fucking movies are in the 80s. That should be a video almost as like my favorite movies of the 70s, 80s, 90s. Which, because I did it back in the day. I went from 1990 to trying to get to the present day. I was doing that with one of my friends. I'm going to redo that. From 1990 to present day, I'll do top 10 films or favorite movies of each year. Something like that. And I'll do special videos for 70s, 80s. Yeah, so, Point Break, was that an 80s movie? Because I know you could say Roadhouse, and I know Point Break was 91 actually. Okay, fair enough. Well, that's even harder then. For 80s, Back to the Future, without a doubt, and then, oh my god, because you could say Predator, you could say RoboCop, you could say Die Hard, a lot of 80s action movies really. Rocky 3's in there, Rocky 4's in there. Oh my god. That's I almost out of principle should just say no, I'm not picking. You can't make me pick that, but I will. I think I'll have to choose Back to the Future and RoboCop. Those are my 2 favorite 80s, and trust me, Die Hard is just but you know, I'd buy that for $1. That kind of puts it over the edge. Plus, when the guy gets blasted by Ed 209, there's a billion squibs coming out of him. Yeah, that's one of the best that the 80s had to offer. And then for 90s, Iron Giant, Toy Story. I'm sorry, Fight Club's in the 90s. Okay, there's a lot of great movies from the 90s, but Iron Giant and Toy Story are 2 of the most formative movies of all time for me. Toy Story I can quote endlessly. Did the hat look good? Tell me the hat looked good. I am Mrs. Nesbit. You are a sad, strange little man. And you have my pity. There's so many. I could quote Toy Story to the end. I could watch the movie and recite every line, basically. So Toy Story for sure. And Iron Giant's my favorite movie ever. So yeah, for the 90s, there's that. But there's so many more great movies that picking 2, it's difficult. And then for the 2000s, American Psycho came out right in the year 2000. And then Dark Knight. Yeah. And then for 2010s, that have not finished yet, but we're already 5 years in, Drive, Mad Max Fury Road. There you go. And you'll get in-depth lists in the future for sure. Like, I was supposed to do that, top 10 films of 2014. That was a thing. And I was like, I gotta see all these movies. And I'm like, it's already fucking June. Who cares anymore? But I'll get to that eventually. But there's my, like, small, limited list. Have you ever dated a girl? Because if so, any advice to pick up chicks? Advice in picking up chicks. I can't read. No. Advice number 1 from someone that hasn't. Don't be socially awkward and introverted, because that helps a lot. I am, so I have not. Sorry. How many movies do you have in your collection? I have around 200 or 300 movies. You can also count DVDs. That would have been good for me beforehand to count. Like, just go through them all. I think we can assume it's in the triple digits, but I'll tell you this. Next time I do a Blu-ray collection, the entire thing, I will count them all beforehand. I don't have time right now to count it because I'm worried about the battery dying. But it's a lot, for sure. Like here, I'll count 1 row, and then I'll count how many rows to do a rough estimation. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 33 per shelf. We're gonna do some calculations here. $6.93. So, and some of them are like collections that are multiple movies, so it's more roughly in the 700-800s I have. Right on. I feel good about that. Knowing that number makes me feel at peace with myself. What's your favorite foreign language film? The Raid. That movie, it's because for foreign language film, there's only one way that I personally see makes it great, is that you forget that you're reading all the dialogue and it just becomes an amazing movie. and The Raid is more about the visual presentation of the amazing action and violence. So yeah, you gotta read what they're saying. You forget because you're hypnotized by this amazing action. And you can pick other ones. I'd have to really think of what some other foreign language films I've seen, but ones where basically you forget you're reading because you're just taken in by the movie. And like Old Boy and The Raid would be the two that I think of off the top of my head as like, yeah, I forgot I was watching a movie that I had to read the dialogue for because it was just so good. Do you have Instagram? Not into Instagram. And what's that newest thing that everyone fucking does now? Periscope? I don't know what that is. Why do people care about it so much? I don't know. But Instagram, it's like if I have a picture to share on my Facebook page, Twitter page, I'll put it there. I don't need to have a specific account. Like, this is where I'll share all my pictures. And then for the Twitter and Facebook people, I'll just give you the link to click on. I don't see what makes Instagram so much more special. Does it give you special filters? Who cares? Like, no, I don't have Instagram and I don't plan on ever getting one. It just seems like to have one, you specifically basically have to be like, all I do here is post pictures. And I don't take that many pictures. I'm not constantly posting pictures of my fucking food like every other asshole, so no. Do you have a Facebook? If you go to my channel, there's little links to click on for the Facebook page, Twitter page, stuff like that. So go there and you'll find it. What's the best movie to you that Quentin Tarantino made? His best made one would probably... Reservoir Dogs or Pulp Fiction is probably the best made, but you could also put Kill Bill because the orchestration of those action scenes. So yeah, the Kill Bill movies, Pulp Fiction, or Reservoir Dogs were the most masterfully made. But my favorite is either Inglourious Bastards or Reservoir Dogs. Reservoir Dogs was so well made for the first time directing that he had to do. But I mean, the writing and like working together all these different plot lines in unspecific order for Pulp Fiction. But the action staging for Kill Bill probably makes his most well made because that would have taken a lot of work. Thanks for answering my question. You're welcome. What is your favorite movie released in 2002? No specific reason why I chose that year. Mine would be Road to Perdition. By the way, thanks for answering my question. You're welcome. You want to know my favorite movie of 2002? I'm going to do a video on it, but I'll spoil it here anyway. I have a list that I made like 5 years ago when I did the video, and I re-edited that list. So when I do, I'm going to start Best Film 1990, Best Film 91. When I get around to 2002, you'll know the number one pick as of right now. It might change. I'm going to go grab it. I'm not joking either. Look, I got this. So many papers for it. 2002. I'm actually, because I had to write them all down so I could remember all the movies that came out that year. And you know, sometimes you miss movies like, oh, I forgot that came out and I didn't know. It's quite a few. And if you go on like Wikipedia or whatever and look at all the movies that came out, you'll understand this is a hard choice. I could pick Lord of the Rings too. I could pick not Star Wars Episode 2. Born Identity, 28 Days Later, Panic Room, Insomnia. Adaptation is one I would almost pick, but my favorite movie of 2002 is the Sam Raimi Spider-Man movie. That movie really, that's one of the movies that when I was young, I had the VHS for that and just watch it and then rewind it and watch it again. It was just one of those movies to watch over and over. That movie really defined my childhood along with Batman. That's why I love Spider-Man so much. That movie is amazing and influential to me in a lot of ways. So yeah, Spider-Man. Sam Raimi, Tobey Maguire. But adaptation's really great too. There's two Nicolas Cages. Oh, I want to write a script. Oh, I sold the script already. Oh! That's not the movie. What is your favorite John Carpenter movie? They Live is a really good one. I've come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass. And I'm all out of bubblegum. Rest in peace, Roddy Piper, you badass. How many of them do I own? The Thing with Kurt Russell is fantastic. The original Halloween. This is controversial, but I'm not a giant fan of Big Trouble in Little China. I watch them like, it's cheesy, funny, silly, but I don't love it like everyone else does. There's really things about it enjoyable, but I'm not in love with it. And The Fog I've never seen. Did he make The Blob, or am I making that up? Probably making that up. Of all the ones I've seen, I would probably not pick Halloween, but The Thing is probably his best made. I love the soundtrack because it's so subtle, but it's really good. A great movie of just terror and paranoia because all the people around you are dying, and any person could be the one that's going to kill you. It's like, hey, we're good buds. Turns out when you went to take a piss, you got killed, and now you're an alien demon that wants to kill me and take my body. The Thing is better than Halloween. I know Halloween's a classic, but I think The Thing is probably his best movie, just based off everything I've seen. But also They Live, I gotta mention, is badass and awesome. Like top 3, Halloween, The Thing, They Live, in any order. Like on a specific day I might say, you know what, Halloween's better. So those are the 3 that'll sit at the top, and any other day I might decide that one's better than the other. Who is a better reviewer, FlickPick Schmoes or Chris Stuckman? Chris Stuckman is the best. I stand by that. When I discovered movie reviewing, I started with Tom Chattelbash. It was almost like by happy accident. I found Tom Chattelbash, who is YouTube's most reliable movie critic. According to him, I disagree with him a lot though, but he's really good. And he was doing videos with Chris Stuckman at the time. They talked about Fight Club and Pulp Fiction. And it's funny because when I first saw Stuckman in a video, I'm like, you need a haircut, because it was back when he like had the bangs, they were down to here. I'm like, he's a great reviewer and entertaining, but he needs a haircut. And then I immediately, like, after seeing 2 of his videos, I was like, okay, I gotta check out this Stuckman guy, and I'll watch anything he does. But the funny thing is, I don't watch his videos until after I've seen the movie. Like, you know, I'm excited to hear what he thought about Jurassic World. I want to see it first so I don't have false expectations. And not only is Stuckman the best because he really thinks things out, he's got a funny sense of humor, he's an awesome geek, but I feel like me and him are like kindred spirits or long lost brothers, because I have a freakishly similar opinion to him a lot of the times. And it's, some people might actually watch a video of mine and his on the same movie and be like, oh, you just ripped off everything he said. No, we're just similar thinking like that. I watch a movie, do a review, then I go watch his video, it's like we totally just gave the movie the same rating, had similar points or whatever. It creeps me out a little bit because we are very similar opinionated, so I feel like he could be my long lost brother or something. I love Stuckman, he's amazing, he's fantastic. And the Schmoes, I love their podcast. I don't really watch a lot of their reviews. Sometimes I do, but I'm just more the podcast guy. I love the podcast, not so much into the reviews. And FlickPick, he's a great reviewer for personality. He doesn't have as many great points or thoughts on movies as Stuckman, but he's like entertaining as all hell. I mean, he's a movie geek for sure, but Stuckman is like the best in my opinion. The most thought, he thinks things out really good. His analyzed videos, stuff like that. Stuckman is like my favorite YouTuber of all time. FlickPick comes in a close second because FlickPick also, I said in a video before, he is my actual father. He's my bastard father, but I think actually it's, if FlickPick and Stuckman put their man seed in a petri dish, and then that made me. However that makes sense. Thanks for answering my question. What was that awkward moment in grade 12? By the way, great Q&A. Oh, fuck, I forgot about that. And that's... oh, and there's one question before that yeah, so I don't have to end on it. This is the worst thing ever. So I almost want to make it my own video, like, the worst thing ever, and then I can go full in depth, but I'll do it here, just cause, for gimmick's sake. And I gotta take the hat off now, because this is serious. This is serious stuff. Yeah, I'm almost... my battery's getting close to dying. I might actually have to save it for its own video, and I don't want to because I said I'd answer it in the next Q&A, and now I don't want to. Basically, in grade 12, as I mentioned already, I've never had a girlfriend yet because I'm socially anxious, awkward, quiet. I'm like Ryan Gosling in Drive. I'm just way too quiet. I don't even want to fucking speak ever. Like, if I'm in front of a camera, I turn to Kevin Smith. Like, a simple question, I'll take 50 minutes to answer. Okay. But in public and like stuff like that, I'm quiet, zip it, shut the fuck up. I don't talk much. So in grade 12, started taking gym class because it's based on semesters. So from February to June, take gym class. And I was in grade 12. I was like the only grade 12 kid taking gym class with a bunch of grade 11 and 10 year olds. 11 and 10 year olds, that makes it sound bad. Grade 11 and 10. Yeah, a 10-year-old, and I was like, hey baby, how's it going? No. Grade 10s and grade 11s, and then I was like the one grade 12 kid, or maybe there was one other. And basically I had a crush on someone in grade 10. I'm like, I'm in grade 12, fuck it, you know what, whatever. And it was literally like, met the person in gym class, and then kind of misconstrued a thing or two, like, oh, like she stood too close to me. So I was like, hey, she must, yeah, like like, I overthink things really badly, or I did in grade 12. Grade 12 was not a good time. After a week of just like zipping it up and bottling, I was like, said like, oh my god, I got a crush on her. She probably likes me. Oh my god. Overthinking things, reading her Twitter, like, oh, she tweeted this. It must mean she likes me or something. So at 2 in the morning, I messaged her because nothing good happens at 2 in the morning. I'm like, hey, how's it? I should actually read it. I'm gonna read it if I can. Facebook doesn't have on the app, they won't let you do your messages, so I have to search it up now. Give me a minute. So yeah, some grade 10 chick is like, oh, this grade 12 boy. Like, she basically was just nice to me once in gym class and stood kind of close to me. And from there, I overthought things because I'm socially awkward and don't understand people. And then flipped out. And it was a serious crush or something. Like, I wasn't hungry. I thought I was in love or something. I didn't want to eat. I just felt sick to my stomach all the time in like a good way, I guess. Like, I was seriously going through something because I don't know anything. And anyway, let's read this if I can find it. If I didn't delete it, I'll read the exact message more or less, which I hope I don't find it. Oh, I guess I can't read it. Maybe I deleted it. Here, I guess I'll paraphrase it. It was something like, fucking 2 in the morning, something like that. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna do it. Fuck it, I'm gonna do it. Who cares? I'm in grade 12. She's in grade 10. She'll think it's cool, right? And yeah, I was like, hey, how's it going? You know what? It's 2 in the morning, and I just gotta say it because basically I can't hold it anymore. I think you're awesome, pretty, beautiful, whatever. I think I said a bunch of different things. And yeah, I want to go with you and be your boyfriend, all that good stuff, because you're just fucking awesome. And yeah, that's how I feel, and I can't hold it in, so I gotta say it. And I went to bed like badass, awesome. She'll think it's romantic, whatever. She'll say yes, it'll be all good. Everything's gonna work out. Woke up like, thanks, but no, I just broke up with my boyfriend and I don't really want to, like, thank you though, that's very nice. And I was just like, basically. And it's like she was nice to me once, but I didn't talk to her or anything. Like, I never said a word to her in person because I'm quiet and didn't do that. So why I would think that she'd want to date, that's like, okay, this boy, I said a nice thing to him twice in gym class. He doesn't talk to anyone, and now he wants to go out with me, and he wrote this really crazy message on Facebook. You'd think I'm a psycho, and she probably did, because then from there, I still didn't talk to her when I started school next year or anything, almost ignoring it like it didn't happen. And, what did she... Either I messaged her back, or she wrote another one about some, like, and I think I like girls, too. You're awesome, but I think I like girls. I like my best friend. Which... like, I didn't talk to her, so it could have been true, but 99% here's what she did. What the fuck? Okay, I'm gonna pretend I'm a lesbian now, so he'll leave me alone. And I guess I sent her some other messages or something. She blocked me on Twitter and Facebook or something. I guess, what did I do? I must have sent her other messages trying to just be funny, like, can I be your friend or something? And then she's just like, what the fuck's wrong with this guy? Blocked me on Facebook, Twitter. And I was just like, what the hell happened? I clearly need to shut up. And so, yeah, and then she was like, I'm a lesbian. I'm like, okay, that's cool, but if you're lying, you're a fucking asshole and a monster or something like that. Like, I was mad. Like, if you're lying, I'll fucking kill you. I didn't say that. But it was like, Jesus Christ. That's why I wish I could have read it verbatim, word for word, but that's kind of paraphrasing it. Like, okay, if you like your best friend and you're a lesbian now, that's cool, and you don't want me to say anything because it's a small town. She said, don't tell anyone though, it's a small town. It's basically, I'm lying to you, and don't tell anyone because I don't want everyone to know that I'm lying to you, and I'll look like a jerk. You're scary and you're a freak. That's basically it. So you see, socially awkward people have it difficult. That is, So now that story can live online. It's bad, isn't it? Yeah. So there, go ahead and mock me. Because, yeah, I kind of deserve... Like, in reality, if I could... Doc Brown shows up, and it's like, we can go back in time, Marty. We're going back to there. I'm gonna go up, walk up to little me, sleeping on an inflatable bed on the floor, grab the phone out of his hand, maybe not break it, because phones are expensive, but I'm gonna grab it. He's gonna be like, what the fuck? Because it's me, but physically more buff or whatever. And I'm gonna punch him in the face once, hold my hand over his mouth, so he can't let the screams out. I'm gonna be like, shh, you're making a mistake. Stop what you're doing. And I'll stop him. I'll delete the message before he sends it. Be like, this is a big mistake. Me from the future wants to help you right now. Listen, drop it. Whatever you're feeling is wrong. You're confused. You're making a mistake. I'd slap him a couple times, punch him in the armpit. I don't know what I'd do. I'd hurt him physically a little bit and be like, stop this right now. You know what you're gonna do? You're gonna sit on it, sit on this. It's gonna go away. Maybe try talk to a person out loud once in a while, but don't do what you're about to do. And I'd stop him, and I wouldn't let him do it and he'd be like, "What the fuck? You're from the future." So basically, he'd listen to me. Me from the future, I'd come and start assaulting him and scaring him. He's gonna listen, and we're gonna fix that. And worst case scenario, because grade 12 was basically me being real quiet, making no friends with anyone, and then just kind of being ignored. And hopefully, like, the most comforting thought is to think that no one remembers me from high school. That's more comforting than thinking everyone's like, "Oh yeah, there's that quiet weird boy." That makes me. That would ruin it. If I was remembered as the not remembered from grade 12, that's a lot better than being remembered as the quiet weird boy. So it's like, listen, you just go through the rest of high school like that. Don't speak up or say nothing. If you're going to talk to people, okay, but I know you won't because you're too fucking awkward. So yeah, there's that. Everyone watching is just like, what the fuck is wrong with this guy? I know. I don't know why you'd whisper it. So anyway, yeah, there's that. That's actually me at my lowest, probably. That's probably the lowest point I've had in my whole life, which in a way is kind of good. Like, oh, you had a really shitty grade 12, quiet, made no friends, made an ass out of yourself, and that's the lowest point in my life. That's not bad at all. That's a lot better. Like, I was living on the street sucking dick for crack money. Like that's a lot of people's lowest moment. I didn't get there. That's pretty good. And now to finish off strong with the best question, not to say all the other questions are bad, but this one just as a way to finish a video, perfect. I'm going to go to the second. P.S. Destroy the Die Hard 5 Blu-ray Office Space style. I will. That'll be a special video one day. But here's the final question to close the Q&A, and it's a good one. Do a Mark Wahlberg having sex impression, please. Okay, and it's going to have a little bit of American Psycho because of the lighting. It's going to make it even creepier. Oh yeah, you like that, baby? It's me, Mark Wahlberg. I'm gonna slap your ass a little bit, baby. Oh yeah. Hey, you ever seen The Happening? What? No? You never did? That's okay. See that shrub over there? He's the villain. Listen, I'm a choke you a little bit, okay? You can trust me. I'm not like the guy from Fear. Listen, me and you together forever and ever, okay? Don't tell no one about that. You ever seen Fear? Yeah, that's what I'll do to you. I'll cut your dog's head off, okay? Shh, just dirty talk, baby. Anyway, it's me, Mark Wahlberg. I'm giving you my Dirk Diggler, okay? Yeah, you like that? It's me, Mark Wahlberg. I keep saying my name, because if I don't, you forget who I am. And that's my Dirk Diggler, 13 inches of hot steel. I don't treat you gentle. I slap you. Wow, I think you're unconscious. What's wrong with me? I don't know. But my biceps in the mirror, it looks so great, baby. Oh, right, you're knocked out. I guess I'll just finish up then, okay? That was dark. That's fucked up. But funny at the same time. Yeah. That's wrong. I really, what I should have did is I should have shut the camera off and wrote some material. That was off the top of my head. But if I sat here and wrote something down, it probably would have been funnier. I'm gonna do that for a second. Listen here. It's about me. No one else. It's not about you. It's not about that guy over there watching me. It's about me now, okay? I think that's my brother. He's smoking crack, jumping out windows. What are you doing in here? Hey, you. What's going on over there? And there's a monkey. Hey, monkey. You want a banana? Hey, come suck on my banana. My Dirk Diggler banana. Okay, I gotta stop now. This is getting wrong. Yeah, so there you go. I hope you enjoyed that Mark Wahlberg. But that was my favorite part of this Q&A, was doing that, because that was just fucked up. Anyway, please comment below. Ask a lot more fucked up questions. The MFK was fun, okay? That requires serious thinking. When Chloe Grace Moretz, Emma Stone, Scarlett Johansson, Jennifer Lawrence get together in a little group, it's like, that's hard to pick. But yeah, that was fun, except for the awkward high school question. That was probably awkward to sit through and listen to me paraphrase it. I'm gonna try find those messages if I can, because I looked through them, and then I'll try find them if I can somehow, and do it. I'll read it off if I can. But please ask more questions. Fucked up, funny, weird, serious, whatever you want. Please, I enjoy doing these Q&As to interact with you guys. That's what it's all about. Because honestly, my YouTube people, you are the only people I actually care about in life, aside from like my family. Because everyone on Facebook and Twitter, I get no acknowledgement for anything I do ever, pretty much. Like Facebook, if I say anything, post anything, like no one acknowledges me. Really. On YouTube I get acknowledgement, thumbs up, comments and stuff, so you guys actually matter. When it comes to the internet, the only people I care about are you guys, because you guys acknowledge me, I get compliments and shit, and you care and you want to see me do stuff, so I actually like you people. Everyone on Facebook, all my Facebook friends, fuck them, okay? Seriously, because you guys actually care. So I like you guys. From what I've heard, people seem to like me, so share me around. If you know someone that likes these type of videos I do, like you do, you like my stuff, if you know people that also would, please tell them, let them know. Let's spread me around like the virus. Again, that just sounds wrong. But anyway, thank you guys so much for the feedback, the questions, the comments. It means a lot to me, because as I said, you guys are the only people that matter. So when you do stuff like this and I get to interact with you on YouTube, that means the world. It's so amazing. So I can't wait to do a Q&A 3. When you post questions in this video for Q&A 3, I'm looking forward to it so much. I was so happy to do this video. I had so much fun. Yeah, it's Mark Wahlberg. Oh my god. Hey guys, take an interest in science, like body chemistry, like what's going on right now. Oh my god, body chemistry. Yeah, science. Like, that's fun. I turned into Mark Wahlberg. That's fun stuff, guys. So anyway, comment below. Tell me what you thought about this Q&A. Got some more questions, please ask. Can't wait to do a Q&A 3 and all that. I love you guys so much. You're so awesome. Just come over here. I'll give you my duck diggler. Anyway, yeah. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys later.